Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we are going to make half cake mandazi, and we are going to use all-purpose flour and baking powder, which is one of our ingredients. So we are going to use, this is like let me say 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So that is our baking powder. I've used 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we are going to use bicarbonate of soda. Sorry, guys. We're also going to use 1 teaspoon, but it should be flat, not so full. If you can make it flat, the better. So there we go. We also have sugar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those are 4 teaspoons of sugar right there. So we are going to mix our ingredients so that mix vizuri. So there we go, just mix a bit. So guys, we are going to use vanilla, which is the flavor I've decided to use. You can either use vanilla, you can use coconut, you can use strawberry, whichever you want. And the amount also depends with you. If you want the flavor to really come out well, you can use more, but if you just want a pinch of the flavor, you can use just a little bit. Then you're going to add cooking oil right there. The cooking oil is cold, don't heat the cooking oil. So we are going to mix everything up, just ensure that everything is mixed well. So I'm using a spoon, but if you can use your hand, the better. Just depends with what you prefer. Just mix it. You'll notice that there'll be some lumps, so try and break the lumps. I'm using a fork because a fork can really help when breaking the lumps. So there we go. We add water. This is cold water. Then I've decided now to go with my hands. You mix it. Now we are making our dough. You mix it, then you'll be adding water gradually. The dough needs to be not to be too hard or too soft. Let it be there in the middle. So be adding water gradually so that it doesn't be too hard or too soft. So there we go. That is what you're doing. So guys, our dough is ready. As you can see, it is well done. Not so hard, not too soft again. So there we go. You can now put it on the table because we now want to start rolling. So the first thing we'll do, we are going to divide our dough into 2 halves so that it can be easier for us to roll. There we go. So we are going to cut it into 2 halves like that, and we are going to roll one dough at a time. So remember guys, we are making half cakes, and for the half cakes you don't have to roll so much, as in your dough doesn't have to be too thin, it should be thick. So we are going to roll our dough. You can roll it like let me say twice or thrice. Just ensure that your dough is thick. As you can see there, then that should be enough. So we are going to cut our dough. I'm going to cut them into boxes, as in square shaped, but the shapes depend with your preference. You can decide to make them circle, rectangle, whichever shape you decide. So I just decided to do the square because that's the easiest. Yeah, and because this is not for commercial purposes, we're just going to eat it at home. It doesn't have to be perfect, the shapes, and they don't need to be like the same. As you can see right there, they were not so accurate. Some were a bit bigger than the other ones. So you can see the thickness. It's supposed to be that way, or if you prefer bigger than that, that's okay, but it is not supposed to be smaller than that. So let's go to the next dough. Remember, I had cut our dough into two, so this is the other half. So you roll it, remember guys, like twice or thrice. Then we'll just do the same thing like the first dough. We are going to cut into small squares. There we go. We remove the edges so that they can be a bit neater. But also that depends with you. You can just decide after rolling, you cut them immediately into the shapes that you like. So there we go. I'm also going to do squares again. There we go. Yeah, we are done. So we preheat our pan. Then you're going to add oil, cooking oil. Be generous with the cooking oil so that your half cakes don't touch the base of the pan. So as you can see there, I was very generous with the oil. Just ensure you've added enough so that your half cakes can float and at the same time cook very well. So guys, we are going to dip our half cakes inside. The trick here guys is to not allow the oil to cook, because remember our dough was very thick and we need to cook our half cakes zive kabisa, as in for them to cook inside very well, we need to give them time. So as the oil heats, the mandazis are also cooking. So ensure guys that your oil is cold. Don't dip them into hot oil because it will cook very fast, but itaiva tu nje, but the inside will not cook, which is it's very it's not it's not interesting, by the way guys, to eat half cakes that are not well done inside. It's a turn off. So be very patient with the half cakes. So as you can see, the oil has started boiling, or it has started heating. And another trick guys, you need to be there present so that you can be regulating the heat, because at times you'll notice zinaiva haraka sana, of which haifai. So you need to be there so that you keep reducing the heat and also increasing the heat depending with how the half cakes are cooking. So don't just dip them inside the oil, then you go and do other things. Be very present so that you can get good results. So as you can see right there, they are cooking very slowly with low heat. Then we turn them. They've already turned brown, so you turn them and you give them time to cook on the other side. So guys, be very patient, usiziharakishe, for you to get the best results. As you can see, they are looking very good, very yummy. And the aroma, guys, the vanilla is doing its work. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, there we go. So keep reducing and increasing the heat. As you can see, the other side is also done. So for them to cook very well, it can take between let me say roughly 10 to 12 minutes. Now it depends with the amount of heat that you're using. But as I have advised you earlier, use very low heat at the beginning, then you keep regulating the heat. There we go. You turn them, and our half cakes are ready. So I'm now removing them. You can remove them and place them on top of a serviette so that it can absorb the extra oil. So guys, that's it, and this is our final result. So thank you so much guys for watching. Bye, subscribe.